Well, Mr. President, it's a great pleasure to be here. We have the same color in our shirts. We look like a Gaida group. Well, Mr. President, we're very happy to be here in these times. We were listening that the era has to birth a heart. But we don't separate economics from Venezuela because probably all the threats, they will try to stop our efforts, our history, our economics. And we wish to start this conversation with 4 news. They have to do precisely with the economical subject in Venezuela. Commerce between Venezuela and Colombia rose 53.65% between 2022 and 2024. Coffee's here. Good news. Venezuelan coffee. This was said by the Ministry of Foreign Commerce. She informed that the commerce between Venezuela and Colombia closed in 2024 in $1,037 million. Another news that has to do with food. We are, if I'm not mistaken, consuming about 90% of what we produce. Before we were waiting for the ports for what we want to eat, but now we're waiting in the ports but to export. In 4 years, the intake of chicken increased in 188% since the Congress says in Venezuela. 4 years ago, it was 9 kilos per person, and now it's 26 kilos per capita for this year. This is correct. I am seeing in the screen what you're reading. Those are the web portals and live. The Office of the Third News for the UN for Development says that Venezuela is expecting its petrol sector to grow from 3.4% to 5.8%. The petrol subject is in the center of the debate when it's related to Venezuela. In La Guaira, we're building, or it has already started, the construction of a wheat plant to sustain the international and the national demand. And I am repeating my question. In these times, many would think that the economy would stop, that Venezuela would stop, will paralyze, and these news from private media also, they seem to say otherwise. The economy has been a battlefront because precisely one of the elements that started very strongly since Chavez left was the economic war. The last time that I talked with Chavez, it was on February 22nd. If I don't remember incorrectly, Diosdado came here on the 18th with Mr. Chavez, and I remember in the morning, and then he called us in a meeting that lasted for 5 hours in the hospital. It was the last time we talked. It was a meeting that took around 5 hours, but we stopped for 2 hours, then a stop again. And he was very lucid, an immense. He probably felt that he was very close to the last hour of this life, and he warned us of several things. Diosdado is a witness. Jorge Arriaza is another witness. And one of the things he insisted on was the economical war, and he explained to us the scheme, because besides the experience that we had, our years in the government fighting as deputies, we were very innocent still. And he warned us of the main elements of the economic war that might come. He was very sure that that was where they were going to attack, and that's where they attacked. And yes, they hurt us a lot. They took from us the 99% of our income. A country that exported the 85% of what it consumed. And the very little that was left, they hid it. Everyone remembers that. And how did we grow that out? With a plan. with a lot of hard work. From the hardest difficulties, from the blockades, the aggressions to our economy, we reinvented ourselves. We all, because it was not a task or something that Maduro did or the government did.